Hello and welcome to Minerals, Rocks, and Fossil Talks. I'm your paleontology teacher, Jen, and it's time for Fossil Friday. The Silurian period could be called the time when fish ruled the earth. Fish rapidly diversified throughout the period. There are two main groupings of fish that evolved, the jawless fish and the jawed fish. Jawless fish first appeared in the late Ordovician, Astraspida and Arandaspida. Astraspids are small, armored jawless fishes characterized by a dermal ornamentation of large, star-shaped tubercles of fine tubuled dentine or astraspidine, and they're covered with a thick, glassy cap of enameloid. They are represented by a single genus, Astraspis, pictured above. Arandaspids are another small, armored fish with a rather flat than oval-shaped dorsal shield, and they are represented by several genera, of which Sacabambaspis is the most well-known. And if you haven't yet, make sure you check out my video on Sacabambaspis. Now, in the Silurian, several new groups of jawless fish appeared, including thelodonts, heterostracans, osteostracans, and anaspids. Technically, thelodonts first appeared in the Ordovician period, but they flourished during the Silurian. Now, thelodonts were some of the first fish with scales rather than plates of armor. They lacked an ossified skeleton, though, and the scales were either poorly attached or not attached to each other at all, which makes finding a complete one incredibly difficult. And the scales were small, 0.5 to 1.5 millimeters, and they didn't overlap. They were teardrop-shaped and pointed on one end, giving them their name. So, thelodont means nipple tooth. They were ridiculously common in their habitats, though, and globally distributed, making them a useful biostratigraphic marker. Heterostracans technically also appeared in the Ordovician, and then they radiated rapidly during the Silurian. They consisted of around 300 species. Their head shields were greatly differed from one another, as you can see in this illustration here. Most had two plates which formed the dorsal shield and one large ventral shield with a series of scales arranged along the sides. The scales are composed of 3 layers of dentine and aspidine, which is an acellular bony tissue unique to them and to thelodonts. The middle layer was honeycombed with tiny holes called cancella. One distinguishing characteristic was their single exhalant opening into which the gills opened to. Anaspids were small, armorless jawless fish. In fact, the name means shieldless ones. They are covered in small, weakly mineralized scales and a row of large scutes running down the back. A major synapomorphy is the large triradiate spine behind the gill openings, and you can kind of see it in this drawing here. It's this little thing right there. Osteostracans were the first group of fish to have paired fins. We don't know if you noticed in any of the other drawings. They do not have paired fins. They don't have fins except for the tail fin. They are often called ostracoderms, and they were similar to lampreys in possessing 2 pairs of semicircular canals in the inner ear, as opposed to 3 in jawed vertebrates. And these guys are the sister group to jawed fishes. That means they are the most closely related jawless fishes to the jawed fishes. The jawed fishes first appeared in the Silurian period. 4 major groups radiated from this time: placoderms, acanthodians, cartilaginous fishes, and bony fishes. Placoderms were mostly predatory armored fishes, similar to the jawless ones. They were some of the earliest jawed fish and were the first ones to develop pelvic fins, the second set of paired fins. And some species have been found to be viviparous, meaning they give live birth. Gave live birth? I guess they're all extinct, so gave live birth. Acanthodians were small fishes with slender bodies. The paired fins were modified to long spines, and that earned them the nickname spiny sharks. Now, unlike most sharks, acanthodians lack teeth. Many even moved to fresh water. Chondrichthyes, or cartilaginous fishes, may have evolved from acanthodians. This group consists of modern sharks, rays, skates, and chimeras. And then finally, the first osteichthyes, or bony fishes, appeared during the Silurian period. Unlike all other fish, they have an endoskeleton made of bone tissue, hence bony fish. And they seriously took over everything. Most fishes are osteichthyes. Most modern fishes, sorry. I need to preface that with modern fishes are osteichthyes. Well, thanks for coming to today's lesson, and make sure you tune in Monday to learn about the climate of the Silurian period and how that affected the life of the time. Have a good weekend, and fossilize you later.